Welcome back to my BookTalk channel, everyone. Another day, another story. Today, I'd like to give my review on Stieg Larsson's book, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Since it was initially released, this book has become quite well known, and it has also been made into a movie and a TV show. Let's plunge in and discover the cause of the commotion. Let me first give you a quick review and insights of the story. You'll be on the edge of your seat the entire while reading this gripping criminal thriller. The narrative centers on adolescent computer hacker Lisbeth Salander and Mikael Blomkvist, whom is facing a prison sentence. They together investigate and break through a mysterious case. Henrik Wenger, a wealthy industrialist, hires Blomkvist to investigate the case of his niece Harriet, who vanished from the family's isolated island home more than 40 years ago. Blomkvist initially finds it difficult to advance the investigation, but he eventually unearths a string of unsettling cues that prompt him to surmise that Harriet may have been murdered. Meanwhile, a mysterious figure who wants to learn damaging information about Blomkvist hires Salander to investigate on him. Somehow, Salander becomes intrigued by the Wenger case as she digs deeper into his past and decides to join hand with Blomkvist to solve it. Blomkvist and Salander unveil a web of dirty secrets, financial fraud, and sexual violence as they work as a team, involving some of Sweden's most powerful figures. A deadly confrontation with the wrongdoer and the shocking truth about Harriet's vanishing are the results of the investigation. The secret inevitably comes out that Harriet faked her own death in order to get away from the Wenger family and her violent, controlling father, Gottfried Wenger. Harriet's desire to leave her abusive and toxic family environment was the driving force behind her disappearance. In the end, it is revealed that Martin is the true antagonist of the narrative. He is revealed to be a serial killer who has brutalized young women for years, including Cecilia, a childhood friend of Harriet's. Gottfried, Harriet's father, who had been attempting to expose Martin's crimes, also murdered as a result. Martin had discovered that Harriet was planning to leave the family and had killed several of the women in an effort to cover up his own crimes and keep Harriet from leaving. He had even gone so far as to lock Harriet up on the island for a number of years while torturing and abusing her mentally. Somehow, she had escaped from her family's secluded island on the day of her disappearance, and traveled to a distant town, where she boarded a train to a nearby city. She continued her journey from there until she at last arrived in Australia. Blomkvist and Salander eventually confront Martin on the island and are successful in defeating him, freeing Harriet in the process. The truth about Harriet's disappearance is finally made known to her family and the public after Martin is detained for his crimes. One aspect of this book that I really liked was how compellingly the author wrote the plot. The author kept the reader engaged with suspenseful scenes involving the two complex main characters. Blomkvist and Salander are both flawed people with complicated pasts, and the author does a masterful job of handling their interactions and character growth. I would say that The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is a must-read for anyone who enjoys crime fiction and wants to read something thought-provoking and suspenseful. The shocking conclusion will leave readers wanting more because it is the first book in a trilogy. The book examines the subject of abuse, its effects on victims over time, the significance of seeking redress, and holding abusers responsible for their actions. The book will keep you on the edge of your seat right up until the very end and is a masterclass in character development and plot twists. And hence, if you've not read it yet, I recommend doing so right away. That's it for today's video. Enjoying the video so far? Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more book recommendations and reviews. Please feel free to provide any constructive feedback that can help me grow and develop. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.